Many thanks for staying with us on the newsroom. Here are the stories we're following at this time. A fire outbreak has been reported in a 5-story building in Balogun Market, Lagos State. According to the State Fire and Rescue Service, the fire, which broke out on Tuesday morning, affected the topmost floor of the building. The fire service said mitigation efforts are underway to limit the spread. The House of Representatives has asked the federal government to immortalize late elder statesman Lieutenant General Oladipo Dia. The House made the resolution on Tuesday following a motion from the member representing Ijebu Ode Odogbolu Ijebu North East Federal Constituency, Kolapo Osunsoya. The lower chamber held a moment of silence in his honor and said that a delegation will be sent to visit his family in Lagos. Former Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson, says Nigerians should have the right to choose their leaders, saying that development can only thrive in a democracy. Johnson made this known at an event in Lagos. He also charged Nigerian politicians to ensure that millions of Nigerians realize their potential, identifying education and equal rights as part of the major conditions for unleashing potentials of citizens. Well, India has lodged 1,573 new coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours, taking the number of active cases up to 10,981, according to the Union Health Ministry. With COVID-19 cases on the rise, the centre has asked states to be on alert and ensure preparedness for management of the viral disease. At a high-level meeting, the Union Health Secretary also asked states to ramp up testing with a higher proportion of RT-PCR tests and whole genome sequencing of the positive samples. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, has said that he was positive that the planned nationwide strike by the Nigerian Labour Congress would not hold. This, he explained, was because the federal government had intervened to avert the industrial action. He said during the meeting, the union affirmed that there has been a reprieve on the cash crunch, particularly after the CBN weighed in over the weekend. The union had vowed to protest following the cash crunch in the country that has lasted for months. A heavily armed former student has killed 3 young children and 3 staff in what appeared to be a carefully planned attack at a private elementary school in Nashville on Monday before being shot dead by police. Chief of Police John Drake named the suspect as Audrey Hill, aged 28, who left behind a manifesto and had maps of the school detailing surveillance and entry-exit points. The police chief told reporters that the suspect was prepared for a confrontation with law enforcement. In sport, Anthony Joshua is planning a last run at the heavyweight title, saying he hopes to become a 3-time champion before he turns 35. The Englishman takes on Jermaine Franklin at London's O2 Arena on Saturday, his first ring appearance since losing for a second time to Alexander Usyk last summer. Joshua also admitted he craved the respect afforded by his peers for being champion as he looks to join the great Muhammad Ali as the only heavyweight to win titles on 3 occasions. And that's it from the newsroom. Many thanks for joining us. I am Folashade Ogurinde. Bye for now.